So before I send this form and start publishing it, I need to just have a final check through and make sure it's going to work. So I need to use a bit of common sense here, and I also need to use the preview mode to make sure. So I've got a question here. Can this be answered? Well, I've not made it a required question. I need to think, do I want people to be able to leave it blank or not? But it's answerable, so I think I want people to answer that. It will remind them before they submit it that they have to answer that question. So yeah, I'm going to make that a required question. This question, I know, looks a little bit ropey at the moment. The question itself makes sense, but the pictures look a little bit ropey. So I'm just going to use the preview button and have a look at it and make sure that it looks all right. Now, when I look at it from the user point of view, actually, that's pretty obvious. And it's also got them lined up nicely underneath the icons. However, I've got this other at the bottom, which Sister and Frozen has Magic Mice powers, and Elsa. They both match up, and I've got this other. I don't think I actually need that anymore, so that's something I need to get rid of. So I'll close that one. And I'll just click on this question to edit it. I've got this question now highlighted. I'll get rid of that as an option. And this is a required question. I definitely want to do that. So it's worth remembering. It looks a bit ropey here. On the presentation, it looks absolutely fine. Which of these films have you seen? I'm not sure about this question. I've got a list of random films there. I mean, depends what I'm asking it for. I'm going to make that I'm not going to make that a required question, sorry, because if I make that a required question, they haven't seen any of them, then they won't be able to move on with the quiz and I'll lose that user. So I need to make sure that one's not a required question if I'm going to keep it. I could add a lot more to it. I could take some off it, but I'll leave it as it is for now. Depends on my audience. This question, my rating of Disney, how Disney am I, goes from 1 to 9. 9's a bit of a strange scale to go to. I'll put it as a 1 to 5. It all maintains as normal. I'll make that a required question as well still. Which version have you seen? Jungle Book, original animation, CGI remake. Now there's an issue here because at the moment, when someone has to answer this one, they have to put a response in each row. To show this, I'll go into the preview mode. So I'll come down to that question. Which of the version have you seen? Jungle Book, I've seen neither of them. Beauty and the Beast, I've seen the original. And Dumbo, I have seen the CGI remake. I'm moving on. The question won't let me move on because I haven't put an answer in there. So I need to really think about a solution here. Do I need to either add a third column that says not seen either, or do I need to make it not required response? I think the best one to do here would be to add a third column of neither. That way I'm still getting information from my users, but let's just have a check and see if that works. So I'll go back to my preview. I scroll down. So I've Jungle Book, I've seen neither. Beauty and the Beast, I've seen the CGI remake. Dumbo, I've seen the original. Now it works. I could also say I've seen both of them as well because it's a checkbox rather than a multiple choice. So that question now works a lot better than it did. I mean, we could get some nonsense where someone says they've seen neither and they've seen the original animation, but that's a flaw of the question writing rather than anything major. Finally, I'll go back down. Have I seen Toy Story? Yes, no, but want to. That works fine. And what is your favourite character ever and why? So at this point, I'm happy with my questions. I might just decide that I want this question to come up near the top. So I'm just going to drag it and take it up, and away and plop it there.